What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and get right down to it. And I want to talk about Kimora Lee Simmons. So first and foremost, shout out to her for getting back on TV. She got a show on E! Called Back in the Fab Lane. From what I'm hearing, it's doing a great job so far. If you guys watched the show, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about it so far. Now, although Kimora has found herself back in the spotlight, raising her children and things of that nature, and caring for Kim Porter's 2 daughters as well, trying to make sure that they go down the straight narrow path to obtain a certain level of success, and also juggling a multitude of businesses and trying to make sure that they stay profitable, she still finds time to actually call out her ex-husband. And just the other day she did that, and Russell Simmons responded. So I want to take the time to read to you what Kimora had to say about Russell, and it says here: Kimora Lee Simmons exclusively tells People magazine that she doesn't have a relationship with her kids' fathers and laments that guys are weird. So Russell Simmons responded and says, I gave you $50,000 a month for 20 years. I was your best and only friend. I'm the godfather to your other 3 kids until one day you stole my stock, and I have been fighting for my kids' love and my bread ever since. You threatened that if I sued you, I would never speak to my kids again. There are 2 sides to every story. Now, I can only imagine Kimora being flabbergasted with that response. She probably was speaking in tongue when she first saw it, just like the clip you saw with the woman right there. But she responded on Instagram and she says, my girls are grown women. You know these are lies. Why are you typing from thousands of miles away in a non-extradition country? Go negotiate and answer your accusers. Now, it's important to note that Russell Simmons deleted his post and he hasn't responded since. But Funkmaster Flex actually had something to say about Kimora, right? And it's crazy. It came out of left field. I don't know the context of the conversation that led up to him making this accusation, but I want you guys to check out this soundbite and then I'll be back.
She's a bird. Continue the story.
Now, Flex, you know you can't say that.
What's her name?
Miss Kimora Lee Simmons.
And Russell's your wife, right?
Back to the fab lane, but back to the fab lane.
And DaBaby was beating that. Go ahead. Finish the story.
Say word.
Finish the story.
That is not nice.
New York.
What does she need?
Back in the fab lane, her reality show is out.
Now, Flex, why would you get your big grown ASS on that radio station on yesterday morning talking about what Kimora and DaBaby allegedly did? They are 2 consenting adults. That business is not yours to put out. You can clearly hear the female radio personality trying to move on and stay on topic, but Funkmaster Flex wanted to go there with nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody. Asked you for that damn information, dude. You're just being messy. I mean, Funkmaster Flex has become annoying. And you know what I will say about the internet? It really revealed a lot of people that you used to rock with back in the day, because there's so many people, radio personalities to hip hop artists to actors and things of that nature. I can't stand some of them when I used to revere a lot of them, because who they ultimately are as human beings is being exposed. I mean, back in the 90s or whatever, we didn't have access to all of this social media. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy that he will put that information out there. I wonder how DaBaby feels about him actually putting it out there. And as a matter of fact, DaBaby did respond. So let me go ahead and play you his response now. Check it out.
Hey, I just seen my face and my name attached to some shit. Out of respect for the woman, you know what I'm saying, who they speaking on. I felt the need to come clear that shit up. That is 1000% false. OG, I don't know what the hell you got going on, or what even made you feel comfortable enough to throw my name out there so loosely like that. But that ain't true. I'm looking forward to seeing you clear that up. I'm disappointed. I'm looking forward to you clearing that up, Flex. But hell yeah, that ain't true at all.
All right, so you heard what DaBaby had to say. He's denying those accusations. Now, Flex did come and clear the air. He said that he wasn't talking about DaBaby. He was talking about Birdman. You know, they call Birdman Baby too. So he's saying that he was talking about the fact that Birdman was smashing Kimora. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Birdman or Kimora refuting those claims yet, but it may be on the horizon, but we'll just have to sit back and see. It's still messy though on Flex's behalf to be out there talking about what another man is doing and who he's smashing and what she's doing and who she's smashing. It's just crazy. But anyway, Kimora posted on Instagram honoring Kim Porter on her birthday yesterday, and this is what she had to say. She said, "Happy birthday, my dear sister at Lady KP. We miss you so much. I'm trying to gather these dudes up down here. They can't take the fabulosity. Look at how you got them acting up. Cheers to beautiful you," with a bunch of emojis, right? Now, Kim Porter would have been 55 on yesterday, and I just hope that she continues to sleep in peace. She was a beautiful human being, a beautiful soul, and she did not deserve to go out like she did. And I know that they're saying it's pneumonia, but you know how I feel. I don't have to go deep into detail. I've been covering this so much, but yeah, I feel sorry for her daughters and things of that nature because they really need their mom. I know Kimora is doing the best that she can, but no one can replace your mother. And I'm not gonna lie, I may be a bit biased here because even though my father was in the home, he wasn't a good role model, but my mom, she was my everything. And the passing of your mother, if you have a great mother, it's just like no other feeling. I can't describe. It's just overwhelming. It's just like very, very debilitating to your mind, body, and soul when you lose your mom, man. It's a very, very devastating situation to actually go through, and I don't wish that on anybody. But anyway, I want to move along and play this clip of DL Hughley going at Nicki Minaj. Now, we know that Nicki has been definitely speaking out, and she seems to have joined forces with Trump. That's her prerogative. If that's what she wants to do, that's her damn business. Now, we all have the right to agree to disagree, but I have to give her props in this regard, y'all. What she did for Jamaica following the devastating hurricane that touched down in Jamaica, I believe it was Hurricane Melissa. She sent massive relief efforts, including food, water, diapers, propane tanks, and grills. That was an outstanding job on her part. But anyway, let me go ahead and roll the clip of what DL Hughley had to say about her, and then I'll be back.
I mean, I can't tell people what to post or what to say, but Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything, posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom Nicki needs to be worried about. It's Chris Hansen.
Now, DL's response to Nicki comes from what Nicki had to say about Gavin. And Nicki said, "Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Ha ha. Not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav, not the Gav nots. Gav out. Sending the next guy on board." Now, for clearer context, when DL mentions Chris Hansen being the guy that Nicki needs to worry about, basically, for those of you who are not privy about who Chris is, he's a prominent American television journalist, a YouTube personality, and he's best known for his work on Dateline NBC, particularly when he does the segment To Catch a Predator. So he's basically throwing that punchline to Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty that that's who they need to worry about instead of Gavin Newsom. Now, Gavin did respond back to Nicki, and he basically responded with Megan's song playing his. And I'm gonna try to play a little bit of it here, so let's give it a shot.
These hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's law.
All right, so hopefully you all were able to see the clip. If you weren't able to see the clip, he basically started playing the song His, where Megan said, "You hoes are not mad at me, you hoes are mad at Megan's Law." And we all know that Megan's Law is referring to the federal and state laws that require the public disclosure of a SEX offender, right? Now, some of Nicki fans are upset with her, burning her merchandise and things of that nature for joining the Trump administration, and some of her fans are like, "Yo, y'all are weird. This girl has the right to support whoever she wants to." Now, there are some people that feel that the reason why Nicki is doing this is because of legal reasons. I think that her house is in jeopardy as it pertains to the case that involved Jennifer Hugh and Kenneth Petty. And there are actually claims out there that she could potentially lose her house to pay off Jennifer Hugh. And then there are other rumors out there that state that the reason why Nicki is doing this is because she's not a US citizen and she's trying to get the valid papers to be able to stay over here permanently and things of that nature. So listen, I don't know. But speaking of Trump, did you guys come across what he had to say about the passing of Rob Reiner? I'm gonna read it to you guys. Let's go. So Trump says, a very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured, struggling, but once very talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome, sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession of President Donald J. Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness, and with the golden age of American upon us, perhaps like never before. May Rob and Michelle rest in peace. Now, I want you guys to check out what Rob had to say about the passing of Charlie Kirk, and I'll be back.
You first heard about the murder of Charlie Kirk. What was your immediate gut reaction to it?
Well, horror, absolute horror. And I unfortunately saw the video of it, and it's beyond belief what happened to him, and that should never happen to anybody. I don't care what your political beliefs are. That's not acceptable. That's not a solution to solving problems.
All right, so you guys just heard that. Two definitely different takes, and there's a lot of Republicans that are coming against Trump for what he said about Rob, but it's just a very interesting dynamic that we live in a political climate where you can't respect someone's politics without wishing them the absolute worst because their politics doesn't align with yours. And so, listen, even though if you don't respect their politics, no one should glorify the death of someone passing away just because you disagree politically, or talk down on someone when they unfortunately pass away. I just think that is just overboard. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to feel free to drop down in the comments and give me your thoughts about everything I talked about today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.